Hello there, friends. It's Jimmy Maverick. Welcome to another edition of the Fantasy Maverick podcast. And it is time for Mock Draft Monday. We are going to do a live draft against other people on the Fantasy Pros site. Let's take a look and see what kind of team we can build. I like it very much. I want to know what you think, so check it out. Here we go.
Listen up. It's time for the Fantasy Maverick podcast, starring the guy who's going to help you win that fantasy championship, Jimmy Maverick.
Hello there, friends. It's Jimmy Maverick. Welcome to another edition of the Fantasy Maverick podcast. And today we are going to do a mock draft on Fantasy Pros. This is going to be a live draft with real people, and we're going to see what kind of team we can build. This is from the 11th position in a 12-team league, and it is just about to start. It did just start. So we can look at the draft board. We can look at the cheat sheets. I'm going to just remove those. And we are going to use my app, My Perfect Fantasy Draft, to help us pick players. This is a PPR draft. So we're going to go PPR. Do you want to engage Jimmy's recommended player filters? No. We are going to do 12-team league, picking 11th. Let's go ahead and enter draft mode. And you can see the player list. These are the rounds of the draft. And because they're so close together, they're just combined. Here's the recommended players. We can minimize that to just show the names. And you can see it's recommending DeAndre Hopkins, DK Metcalf, or Antonio Gibson. Now, I do like the idea of eschewing the running backs and trying to go for some elite wide receivers and a tight end to start this draft. So let me just go ahead. I'm going to minimize that. Let's see what's going on the draft board right now. So we got McCaffrey, Cook, Barkley. I'm just going to minimize that so we can see the whole list. Alvin Kamara comes off fourth. Again, not a surprise. This is what you all expect. Derrick Henry. And so Ezekiel Elliott comes off at the 6th pick. And so if we go to our cheat sheet, you can see here, obviously, getting someone like Travis Kelce with our first pick, if he makes it to us. Likewise, Darren Waller is a good choice as well. And I would not expect any of them to make it to our third pick. Any of the elite guys, Kittle included, they would all be gone by the third pick. So if we want to take him, we got to take him here in the first or second pick. But then, going to wide receivers, it looks like Tyreek Hill did come off. But when we've got players like Hopkins, we got Diggs. Right now, those are two guys that I'm looking at seriously. So Diggs is a long shot for us, which I think is silly. I think he would probably make it to us, but you never know. You never know what's going to happen here. So going to the draft board, all running backs except for Tyreek Hill at the 7th. And I do like if you get past these elite level running backs and you're looking for who to get, I think it makes perfect sense to go with an elite wide receiver in the first round. Now, I think if Kelce doesn't go here, we'll take Kelce with our first pick, and then we'll circle it around and take a really good. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. So let's go down here. Kelce made it to us. Let's go ahead and draft him. So we got the number 1 tight end. That's a nice way to start out. Because, right now at our position, we'd be getting like the 8th or the 9th best running back, or, the third or 4th best wide receiver. But we can get ourselves the number 1 tight end, lock that baby in. And now we don't need to worry about tight end for the rest of the draft. We can just go and do what we're going to do. And so I like the idea of doing that. So we'll have to see what 12 does with their 2 picks. But definitely grabbing an elite wide receiver. I think, someone like Hopkins. And Ridley's a guy I would take no problem in most drafts, but I got to wait for clearance on his injury issue. I'm not going to draft him while he's still injured. Same thing with A.J. Brown. Love both Ridley and Brown this year, but right now they're dealing with injuries, and we've already got a glimpse this week of Michael Thomas saying he's going to miss the start of the season because of recovering from injury. That could be these guys too. Brown had surgery on both his knees. So All right. So, okay, Hopkins got taken. And look, we still got Aaron Jones over here. Antonio Gibson still over here. Oh boy, I would love to take Ridley. You know what? Even though Ridley's injured, just because we're doing mock drafts here, I want to see what the team looks like with Ridley, because I think Ridley's going to be the number one wide receiver this year. That's what I think is going to happen. I do love his upside. Now let's go to the third round and see what kind of players are available. Now for running backs, a guy like J.K. Dobbins he would be great if he makes it to us. I don't think he will. But we got Dobbins, we got Montgomery, we got Travis Etienne, we got Miles Sanders. These are all, I think all these guys are really good for value. Montgomery's a bit high. He's a bit overvalued. Even Etienne's a little bit, well, no, Etienne's pretty much, no, he's overvalued. Yeah, Dobbins and Sanders, if they could make it to us, that'd be great. I don't think they will, though. So let's see. There's Dobbins. There's Sanders. We've got for wide receivers, we can get someone like CeeDee Lamb. Again, such an excellent choice. Robert Woods, also really good. Not as thrilled with these guys. I mean, they're fair value. Cooper Kupp is really good. I mean, obviously Cooper Kupp, I got no problem with taking. Godwin, also actually not a bad choice. So let's put all four of those guys, Lamb, Woods, Kupp, and Godwin, on our list. So we've got Woods, Lamb, Godwin, Kupp's down here a little bit farther. Okay. If we want to look at quarterbacks, again, I usually don't take quarterback early, but this would be the time to take Kyler Murray, to take Lamar Jackson if we wanted to go that route. Obviously, those guys offer really nice upside, and especially with someone like Lamar Jackson with the rushing touchdowns, But I think that in single quarterback leagues, really, you got to wait. And when it's a 12-team league and it's one quarterback, you just got to wait. Wait on the quarterback. Stock up on these running backs and these wide receivers, because you are going to need them for this team way more than you are going to need. Look at that. Waller and George Kittle came off one after the other in the second round. And that's what you're going to see, man. Really, if you want an elite tight end, it's going to be a first or second round pick. If you're picking early, and that's the conundrum, is if you're in the first four picks, you can hope that one of those guys will make it back to you. But really, you're going to have to operate under the assumption that you are not going to get them. You're going to have to adjust your draft strategy from there, unless you want to spend your first round pick. But then that means you're going to have to bypass someone like Dalvin Cook or Christian McCaffrey for someone like Travis Kelce, and it's just not a good idea at the early point in the draft. So, but after we took Calvin Ridley, Aaron Jones comes off, then Justin Jefferson, DK Metcalf, Darren Waller, George Kittle, Nick Chubb finally comes off. Look at this guy. This guy went Henry and Chubb. He likes the bruisers, that's for sure. A.J. Brown comes off here very late. And again, I just want a medical clearance. I want to see full participant. Camps opening like this next week. A.J. Brown, Calvin Ridley, just get on that field. Get yourself cleared by your doctors and get out there and be full participants, and then I will have no problem drafting you. Antonio Gibson coming off, paired with Saquon Barkley. That's a decent pairing, although Saquon, again, one of the highest risk-reward players in the draft. I can't believe he was taken third. I just did another best ball draft. Saquon Barkley went 13th. He went in the second round. That was kind of crazy to see, but I would be much more comfortable drafting him there as my second player as opposed to my first elite. But I have his consistency, his reliability, his volume and outlook are all fantastic. I'm sorry. The problem is his reliability. The reliability, he's a low reliability player, and that's just what kills him in my app. It kills his value against all these other positives that he has going for him, because he does have a lot of positives. But it's just a guy that I'm generally going to be staying away from unless somehow he becomes a screaming value in the second round of the draft. I just don't see any other way that I'm going to take him for my team. So after Antonio Gibson, Keenan Allen, Joe Mixon closes out the second round, is paired with Christian McCaffrey. Joe Mixon, another guy not reliable enough in my book. Oh, look, the guy they picked first went running backs all the way. Christian McCaffrey, Joe Mixon, Najee Harris. Kind of like that. That's a very strong and formidable running back core that he's going to have. Patrick Mahomes comes off second pick of the third round. All right. So looking at the third round in our app, we've already got our guys queued up. Obviously, Dobbins isn't going to make it to us because he was taken. Oh, no, Najee was taken. Dobbins is still on the board, right? Is he still on the board? Yeah, he sure is. Although getting where he is and making it to me, it's a long trip to get to us because we still have like 8 picks before he comes off. So let's see what happens. Clyde Edwards-Helaire coming off in the third round. That's nice value. Look, so now he's got Barkley, Gibson, and Edwards-Helaire. I love Gibson and Edwards-Helaire. He should have taken someone else with his first pick. He could have taken like Tyreek Hill, and that team would be looking a lot better, in my opinion, than it does with Barkley in the mix, just because of the risk. CeeDee Lamb taken early in the third round. Look at that, 305. His hype is, oh, look, and Dobbins came off. I told you it was a long shot for him to make it to us. But that's what the app said anyway. The app said it was a long shot. That means less than a 50-50 shot he would even make it to us. You know, so the fact that he didn't doesn't really surprise me. Okay, so it's back to us. So we got Dobbins, Carson, McLaurin, Swift comes off. So if we look at our board right now, Miles Sanders still on the board. He's a decent choice in the third round. Robert Woods, Chris Godwin, Cooper Kupp still there. I like the idea of going with Woods as our second wide receiver. Yeah, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and take Woods. And it comes back to us. And look, Sanders is available. So let's go ahead. Let's take Sanders as our running back 1. And as a fourth round pick, I do like Sanders. I do think he is a decent option. Sanders value rank a little bit overvalued, but not really. No, actually, he's fair value. From pick 38, he's a fair value play. And we can see, you know, who can we expect to come back to us in the fifth round? So in the fifth round, look, Travis Etienne is a long shot. If he made it to us, that'd be so awesome. I would love that. PPR, he's perfect. Etienne and Edmonds. Darrell Henderson is kind of a marginal play, plus he's a long shot. But let's put Etienne, Edmonds, and Henderson on the queue. So Etienne, Edmonds, and Henderson is no way is he making it back to us. Not a chance. For wide receivers, who do we got? We got Claypool, Anderson, LaVisca, Higgins. Lots of great choices here in the fifth round for wide receivers. Look at how many good ones we got. Let's just start marking them up. So Claypool, Anderson, and Chenault. So we've got, there's Anderson, Claypool. Oh, we can't even see Chenault on the list yet. He hasn't even appeared. Plus he's a reach. Higgins, Chase, Ayuk. There's Higgins, Ayuk, and who's the other one? It's Jamar Chase. Is he still there? Oh, there he is. Yeah, lots of nice choices there. Look at this. Kyler Murray, Lamar Jackson still on the board. If one of them was to make it back to us, I would probably take it. As a fifth round, I kind of like that. I doubt that they will, though. If we look at the running backs, at the quarterbacks, yeah, they're not even on the list as a long shot, so I don't expect them to make it back to us. Let's see here. We don't need to worry about tight end. We're totally set there. Let's just look at the draft board. And since our pick of Miles Sanders, here's what happened. So Julio Jones, Mike Evans, DJ Moore come off, then Josh Jacobs, then another tight end. Kyle Pitts is the fourth tight end off before Hawkinson or Andrews. I find that very suspect. I do not like that at all. Josh Allen, second quarterback off the board. Then we got Deontay Johnson, Tyler Lockett, Cooper Kupp, Cortland Sutton. Jamar Chase comes off, so he's not going to make it back to us. Adam Thielen. And We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We got 8 more picks till it comes up. So there's Hawkinson. I don't know why you would take Pitts over Hawkinson. Just the volume for Hawkinson in PPR makes him worth it. Although I am very much about the top 3 tight end. Once you get outside the top 3, man, it is a crapshoot. A team like Detroit is going to be awful. I was watching this podcast. They were talking about the tight ends, and this one guy was saying Hawkinson's going to get 10 touchdowns this year, and I said that's not even in the realm of possibility. They're saying that the quarterback is only going to is only projected for about 22 touchdowns, and any tight end that's gone over 10 touchdowns, the quarterback has had to score a minimum of 36 touchdowns, 36 passing touchdowns. Look, Lamar Jackson, Kyler Murray both came off. Kenny Galladay, but we'd have a lot of our options left here. Etienne made it. So let's go ahead and take Etienne. I love Etienne this year. And it just came right back to us. I guess that guy's on auto pick or something. The guy that. So we got someone like T. Higgins. We got Chase Edmonds. Oh boy, this is kind of a tough. This is tough. Let's see here for my roster. What am I looking at? So I need a flex right now. Oh boy. Oh, come on. I'm going to take T. Higgins just because draft. Did I get it? Did I get him? Uh-oh. I think I broke the thing. What did it give me? Yes, it did give me T. Higgins. Okay. So so I got Ridley, Woods, and Higgins as my wide receivers. Love that. And Sanders and Etienne as my running backs. Super comfortable with that as in PPR. I think both those guys are excellent pass catchers. We got Dak Prescott, Russell Wilson, 2 quarterbacks coming off right after me, along with Kareem Hunt and Chase Edmonds, who was the guy I was considering taking with the 6th overall pick. Let's go to the 7th round on my app and see what it's showing us. So for quarterbacks, if we want to look at quarterbacks, Jalen Hurts rates very well. Stafford rates very well. Tannehill doesn't rate great here. He's not as good as the other 2. I'm not sure I want to take a quarterback at this point. Let's just keep going on the running backs. Look, Kenyon Drake. Love Kenyon Drake. PPR, great. He's gonna catch a lot of passes. That's his role in that offense. Let's get Drake. We got Carter here. Carter kind of subpar. I like to look at 40 VORC points. It's kind of like my threshold. He only scores 27 here, but I still want to put him on the queue because he might make it to a later round. So let's go Drake and Carter and work on that. So let's hide the tiers. Okay. So where's Drake? And where is Carter? There's Carter. Let's look at the wide receivers. And again, rounds 4 through 8, just fantastic for wide receivers. Look at this. We got Cooks as a long shot, Laviska Shenault, Jarvis Landry. Those are probably the 3 best here in the 7th, 8th turn. I want to get them all on the queue. So Cooks, Shenault, and Landry. There's Shenault. There's Cooks. Not sure. Landry's value, it's a fair value play, but I'm just not super into that as an option. Who else do we have here? A lot of these guys would be better on the next round, although they're probably not going to make it back to me. Someone like Antonio Brown. Yeah, not really thrilled with any of those. Let's see what's happening on the draft board here. Okay, so since our pick, we went through, we got the 2 more quarterbacks we're taking, Kareem Hunt, Chase Evans, then Juju Smith-Schuster, Odell Beckham, Dallas Goedert comes off, DJ Chark, Javonte Williams, that's kind of a nice pick there at the end of the 6th round, Jerry Jeudy to close out the 6th round, then it turns around Justin Herbert, Chase Claypool, Aaron Rodgers, Jalen Hurts, so a bunch of quarterbacks coming off here. So we've already had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 quarterbacks have been taken already, and it's only the 7th round. Robbie Anderson came off. He's always a favorite of mine. Let's see what my cheat sheet looks like. So we got Cooks, LaVisca. I really think I need to take another. I need to take at least one wide receiver here. If I can get both Cooks and Chenault, that'd be nice. But I'm not sure that's going to happen. But I am not going to take a quarterback on this round. I'm going to wait. I'm going to let it keep going because, again, I'm just stocking up. I've got, I've got 2 running backs. I got 3 wide receivers. Okay, so Brady came off, another quarterback. Cooks came off, so that's a shame. So I think I got to take LaVisca here because I don't want to risk missing him. Come on, slow computer. Yeah, definitely want to take LaVisca here. Then it's going to do a quick auto pick. And if we look at the running backs that are available here, I think Kenyon Drake might make it back to us. He's so deep, even though it's a long trip. I'm going to take Carter. Got myself two rookie running backs. I'm taking a chance here. Let's look at the 9-10. How are we doing? Okay, so we will let that continue to go. And for running backs, yeah, see, Kenyon Drake's a long shot, so he might make it to us. We got McKissick, Dillon, Edwards. Hines is also a really decent choice for PPR. So let's get all those guys on the queue. So if we go here and we go to... All right, so we've got, there's A.J. Dillon, J.D. McKissick, Gus Edwards, and there's Nyheim Hines. Okay, and then as far as wide receivers go, Marquise Brown, Jalen Waddle, Henry Ruggs. I think all those guys are decent choices. Brown, Waddle, and Ruggs. Let's see here. There's Ruggs. There's Waddle. Who else do we have? Ryan. Oh, Matt Ryan is the quarterback. See, Ryan, we got Trevor Lawrence. Ryan, we probably want to take ourselves a quarterback on this round, on this series of picks. So it's almost back to us. So since our pick, here's what's happened. So since we took Michael Carter, Curtis Samuel, Jarvis Landry, Devonta Smith, then James Robinson. Oh, hold on. I got to make this pick. All right, so let's just go to the cheat sheet. Let's see who's available. So, look at that. Trey Sermon's still available. I'm kind of steering clear of Trey Sermon. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take A.J. Dillon here. I don't want to miss out on him. But then we can get someone like Stafford as our quarterback. And here we are in the 10th round. That's a great round to take a quarterback on. Let's go ahead and take Stafford. All right, so let's go back to the draft board. So, you know what? It's starting to move. It's starting to move faster now as a lot of players are going to auto pick, so it's going to move very quickly here. So for running backs on the next round, we got someone like Darrell Williams, Salvin Ahmed. I like both those guys. So let's just go here, and we will go to... Where are they? Oh, that's wide receivers. No wonder I'm not seeing them. There's Darrell Williams. There's Salvin Ahmed. As far as our roster build, how do we got? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I really need one more wide receiver. So we should definitely get another wide receiver here. If we look at the wide receivers for this round, who do we got? Ugh, not great options. Oh, boy. I might have waited too long. Not seeing anything of interest here. We can see who maybe makes it back. I mean, McCole Hardman, Russell Gage, not good chances of them making it back to us. Oh, Gage made it back. Okay, I'll tell you what. I'm going to take Gage. I'll draft him. And then it's going to do a very quick turnaround. And I will take Darrell Williams. So if we look at my team right now, we only got 3 spots left. Defense, kicker, 1 more bench slot. I definitely want to get another running back with the next pick. So if we look at the running backs, who do we got? Devontae Booker's the backup to Saquon. That's the kind of guy. Those are the kind of guys I like to target. Oh, it's already back to me. Let's go ahead and take Booker. And then for our last 2 picks, we'll take our kicker and our defense. So where did they go? There it is. So I'll tell you what, I'm going to take Justin Tucker, even though there's no chance that he would be available this late. It's just he's somebody that would go way earlier. And then, my overall favorite late round defense to get is the Denver Broncos because of their early season schedule, which is excellent. And I just stream defenses. That's all I do. And that's all you really need to do. Just find a team which has a good early season schedule, and then you can just go from there. Once their season gets a little bit tougher, like I would never start the Denver Broncos when they're playing Kansas City. But by that time, I would be, I would have another defense working. But Denver Broncos, love them. And there is some upside there. All right. C, of course. Of course, they always hate my team. But let's go ahead and take a look at how it rates on their team analysis. So I got the number 1 tight end. I got the number 3 wide receiver core. My flex, it has rated as number 9 because it put in T. Higgins. And it has a bias against running against wide receivers in the flex. I don't know why. Higgins is a great option. His value, if I'm just going to exit draft mode here, we're going to find T. Higgins. And his value, where is it? His value rank is 47th overall, top 50 value. A guy projected to get 124 targets, 1,000 yards, 6 touchdowns, 10 out of 10 consistency, high reliability. That is absolutely the kind of player you want on your team, and certainly better than the 9th best flex, especially over some of these other guys that they have ranked ahead of him. My running backs it does not like, because I took Sanders and then I took Etienne. It says I had the worst running back core. I don't believe that at all. Quarterback also doesn't like Matthew Stafford, doesn't like the Denver Broncos. That I know on most cases. So it's kind of low on my team. I am insulted by this because I think it is better than this than what is projecting here. But there you go. So let's hold on. Give me one more second here. All right. So here's why I think the Fantasy Pros rating system is out of whack. It's because check this out. On my team, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got 7 players with top 50 value. That's Ridley, Kelce, Woods, Sanders, Shenault, Higgins, and Etienne. All top 50 value. As far as reliability goes, I got all high and mid reliability, no low reliability players. For consistency, among my starters, very, very good. The ones that don't rate good for consistency are my bench players, Russell Gage, Darrell Williams, Devontae Booker. I am not concerned about that at all. I did take one injured player. I took Calvin Ridley, and I did take one regression player, which is Travis Kelce. But look at this. Shenault, Higgins, Stafford, Williams, and A.J. Dillon all projected to increase their opportunities. That's what the upward trending arrow is on a per game basis. Their usage is expected to rise. For contract year, I've got Ridley and Sanders as contract year players. I've got Stafford as a bounce back, and I've got Etienne, Carter, and the Denver Broncos defense all as breakout players this year. I got to say, man, I'm not seeing a lot of weaknesses here, and I'm certainly seeing better than a C-rated team. Just on that value, just on the fact that I got 6 top 50 value players in a 12-team league. In a typical 12-team league with top 50 value, most teams are only going to have 4. I got 6. So I don't know where they're coming from. But I got to say, I do dispute their results because I think this team is better than what they are saying. What do you think? What do you think about this team? Do you think this team rates according to what Fantasy Pros says? Or do you think it rates better according to what I'm showing you right here on this team? So let me know in the comments down below. Anyway, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe. I do appreciate you watching this game. Thank you very much, and have yourself a great fantasy day, everybody.